Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and today I want to show you how to make an autism awareness bracelet with these four colors plus the black being the main color of the bracelet. I do have four fids here just because it'll make it a little easier for me, but if you don't have four, you can only use just one. You'll just have to switch them out. And then I've got about a foot of green, blue, yellow, and red. Those will come in at the end after I get the basic Solomon all finished, and then a 1/2 inch buckle. So the first thing I want to do is I've got about 9 feet of black here. I just want to put the two ends together so I can find my center point. So we'll do that first. And I have flattened the ends here so it'll go through the buckle a little easier. And then just pull everything through. This is how we find our center point. There's our center point. When you get to the end there and there's a loop, that is your center. Now the first thing we want to do is take your buckle. Some buckles have a little bit bigger opening on either side. This one, it's this side. We're going to take this loop and just go down through the buckle, and then with it facing up, the buckle facing up, grab that loop that you just poked through there, open it up, and then take it over top like that of the buckle and pull everything tight. That's one real quick way to do a nice looking cow's hitch on your buckle. Alright, so now I'm going to flip this over and run all the paracord through my fingers again to get rid of all the twisting. And you should be pretty close to even here because we found our center point already. We're just going to take those pieces and go up through the bottom toward the top of the buckle, and same thing with both cords, and pull everything through. This is going to give us our basic shape of our bracelet, which is this loop here, and you should have 2 of those loops just like that. So once you get to that point, just open up your buckle. Your cow's hitch is going to go down to the bottom, right down here, and the other end up to the top. Now this is where you want to make your measurement. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure to this edge here, and then also right to where my fingernail is pointing. You don't want to count this down here because this part of it is going to be inside of the buckle on this end. So just to the ledge right here, and then to the end of the side. Alright, so let me zoom in just a touch here. So you're going to create a loop on the right with your right cord. So just take your right cord, create a loop, and take that right cord over to the left side. Should have something that looks like that. Now take your left cord, this one, take it over that right cord that just crossed over the front, and go around the back and bring it up through the loop on the right that you just created. And that is how you do your basic Solomon. Some people call it the Cobra. Lots of people call it lots of things. So we're going to tighten this up to the buckle. And you'll know when you get this nice and tight because you really won't be able to pull any more out of it. At this point also, you're going to want to double check your length just to be sure that's about where you want it. And I'm at 8 1/4 inch. That's perfect for me. So let's go to the next step here, which is, so you took your right cord, which was this one, and you took it over top to your left side. You're going to do the same thing. So the cord that goes over the top, it always goes over the top. So now it's on the left side. So create a loop here on the left, take it over to the right, loop on the left, cross over the 2 center strands. So that one always crosses over. The right cord over top of that one, around the back of the bracelet, and up through the loop. And pull it tight. There we go. Right cord over top. So it flips. Each time you do a tie, the cord that goes over the top switches sides. So it goes left, right, left, right, left, right, all the way. Every time it's going to switch. On the back and through the loop. Now it's on the left side, so you take the left side first, over the top, down, up through the loop. Now it's on the right side. I know this is basic for a lot of people, but for those of you who have not done this before, I try to break it down as if you've never done this before. Create the loop on the right, cross it over the center, take your left cord over that one, around the back, and up through the loop. I do have another video where I do this tie, and it's there's no additional techniques added to it. If you're looking on my channel, look for the silver bracelet I do. It's just, I think I call it the Cobra, or Basic Solomon, Basic Cobra. If you search my channel, you'll find it that way. But I'm going to get this bracelet part of it taken care of, and I'll be back to show you how to add in your other colors. Okay, so I've got the main bracelet is finished now. So what I want to do is, first of all, get the scissors out of the way. I want to start with one color, but first what I need to do is kind of get down real close to this bracelet real quick for you. And I want to point out something here. So basically you want to find your center point here, and what's going to happen is you're going to use 6 of these humps right here. And what I mean by humps are these spots where it kind of goes over top. So we're going to count 6. I'm just going to mark that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just want to check to see if that's going to be centered in my bracelet. So one thing you can also do is put your bracelet together and hold it right at the center of the buckle, and then just pull, kind of like this. And that's your center point right there. So from there, so we're going to say that this is number 3. So we're just going to open this up. Okay, so that's one left of where center is. So then you just count 3 from 1, 2, 3, and then you have 1, 2, 3 on the other side of the center. Okay, so what we want to do is you're going to have 6 of these. So you want to make sure the 6 humps are in the center. I know it kind of sounds funny. You're going to use up 6 of these humps on the bottom, and then also 5 on the top. The first thing you do is you start at the first one and just go up. So you want to start at the outside of the bracelet and go up through that hump right there. And you want to leave about 3 inches, I would say, out of the back side of this. And you're going to cross. So if you took this straight across, you'd basically just be following the cord that's right underneath of it. And then you want to jump over 1. So you're going to go down through that one. So you're not going straight across. You're going to go straight across and then hump and then jump over 1 and go down through that one. And make sure you get your twists out of there as you're going. Alright, now once you do that, this is where you start to create your loop here. So this is going to loop over here, and from the back side you're going to come up through that loop. Just like that. And now you can see, let me get that twist out of there. There we go. Make sure you get your twisting out of there. And now you're going to go to the 3rd hump on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and go down. Once you pull that one tight, you've got your first awareness ribbon. Okay, and at this point we can take the fit off of here. Real easy to do, it just unscrews. And just leave that kind of hanging in there. And you're going to repeat the process starting at the next hump. So at the second one now, so you start at the first one, then you're going to start the second, and then you're going to do 3rd and the 4th for each color. So let's do, I don't know, let's do green next. So you're just going to go under everything. So go up through the second hump now. I'm going to pull back just a little bit so I can make sure I stay into frame. And you want to leave about 3 inches out of the back. And this is up to you whether you want to go over top of the last one or if you want to go under it. I want to go over top of it though. And you're just going to work down the line now. So you started here, you're going down to the second one. You started here, you're just going down to the next one. And that's going to be the kind of the same rule the rest of the way you go. So down, going to loop it around, come through the same one that the blue one is in. Just like that. And then you're going to go down through the next one. So you always have 3. On the bottom, there's always 1 in the middle. So you go 1, you skip 1, and then you go down the 3rd one. And that's for each color that you do. There we go. And then I can take the fid off of this. Okay. Now we're going to share one on this blue one from the bottom. So go up through. So we're sharing the one that the blue one is going through. Leave about 2 or 3 inches out of the back. You're just going to follow these around, go to the next hole, go down, kind of loop that around the whole bracelet there. And you can see we got a twist there, so we just got to turn that. There we go. Now this green one's a little too tight. I don't want quite that tight, so I pulled back just a little bit of that one. There we go. And we're going to go down through. You want to make sure you go next to it. You don't want to go over top of it when you go through the same loop. There we are. And that one looks about right. One thing you can do is, if you want to make these all the same, is kind of leave a little, use your fid to poke a hole through there, and then it kind of tightens up on its own. And go down through the next one. Try not to stab yourself. I've done that once. It does not feel good with a fid. And pull that a little tight. There we go. Get the fid off of there. And you can see what we're doing now. We got 3. And we got 1 more now. So you're going to share the green one right here. Come up through. Okay, and then you go into your last one, which is right next to the red. You could probably do this with some needle nose pliers, but it probably would not be very easy. So I strongly recommend getting a nice set of fids. I also carry economy fids, but for something like this, I don't know if they would work real well. They would definitely work, but nowhere near as good as this one. Okay, and then this is our last one here. And I'm just going to show you how to cut and singe just a few of these, because the process can be kind of boring, I guess is the word I was looking for. So I'm just going to do a few of these, and it's the same thing you do on the end here. I already did that because I wanted to show you anyway. So if you don't know how to do this part of it, just watch what I do here and just duplicate it where the cords come out at the end. So for this first one, we'll do this yellow. Make sure you have a nice sharp pair of scissors and cut it pretty close down to where the bracelet is. So you want to get it as close to the bracelet as you can. And make sure that all of your ribbons here look uniform, so that each one looks like the one next to it. Grab my lighter here. This is kind of a cool lighter. It has a pink flame when it's going. You can't really see it because it's so bright on this. And then grab the smoothing tool, and we'll just round this over with the smoothing tool. That way this doesn't, dig into somebody's wrist when they're wearing it. So just like that. Real easy to do. It doesn't look like it in the video, but this is actually nice and flush with the bracelet. You don't even feel it really. And we just do that as we move down. Cut it real close to the bracelet. If you have some stragglers, don't worry, because they will melt. Just gotta find my lighter here. See how that melted right down to the bracelet? And we go and use the smoothing tool and round that right over. And you won't even see that. There we go. Alright, so now I have 2 here. So you just want to do the same thing. Just cut both of the cords right down near the base of the bracelet, or base of the cord. And this one's going to be a little trickier, but if you use your flame real nice and slow, it'll keep you from burning the cord, but it will still melt it real nicely for you. There we go. And just round that over. There we go. Not too bad. My smoothing tool is a little warm now, so it's starting to stick to it. But what you can do is just flip the end over and use this end, and it works just as nicely. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this up, but basically that's it. That's a real nice autism awareness bracelet. I hope you found this informative, and please don't forget to check out the Facebook group Paracord On. That's where I hang out. That's where a ton of other people hang out and show off their work. Somebody posted a bracelet like this in there, and I thought I would kind of show everybody how to do it. It's pretty easy, and it's a nice autism awareness bracelet without being too gaudy and over the top with a bunch of colors. But I hope you like it, and until next time, Paracord On.